A very good day to you. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Destination Now Here. Don't worry, I won't bore you with the high felt, as everywhere looks pretty much something like this. Driving through the Waterfall tunnel is my official marker which indicates my arrival into the Lowveld. Coming up during this episode, from Pinnacles to Fairylands. Welcome to the Lowveld, found within the borders of Mpumalanga, the place of the rising sun. Anywhere throughout this video, to enjoy the scenery, take a break, pause the video, and get back to it once you have indulged in the beauty of the Lowveld. One of the first places we are going to explore is the Sudwala Caves. Sudwala Caves is part of the Drakensberg escarpment. Driving towards the caves, the scenery is as beautiful as the first time that one encounters such a spectacular marvel. Sudwala Caves is located on the R539, just off the N4, just outside Nelspruit, now known as Mbombela. There are accommodation not too far from the caves if you would like to spend a night in between majestic mountains. On the way up to the caves, the stairs are the first obstacle for the average human. There are also wheelchair facilities available. The Sudwala Caves started to form about 240 million years ago under the seabed. From then till present time, Sudwala Caves was carved and formed to the beauty she is today. The Sudwala Caves are part of the Malmani Dolomite Ridge. There are daily scheduled tours which takes you through the cave. They also have a 6-kilometer crystal tour for deep caving adventure. Just note that prior booking is required. Visit Sudwala Caves website for more information. Link is in the description below. The fairyland is something you have to see and experience for yourself. Addition to Sudwala Caves, they also have a blissful butterfly garden with the creative, artistic pieces found all throughout the garden with symbolic meaning. The Butterfly Effect Garden is open to the public to enjoy nature in its glory with an intent to enlighten the public. Hendriksdal was home to the famous Artist Cafe at the Hendriksdal train station up until 2009. Today, not much is going on there. Welcome to Sabie, the source of surprise. Sabie is the ideal small town for your visit to the Lowveld, as Sabie is an essential location from most of the tourist attractions in the area. Sabie was established on the 1st of January 1916. Before this, the area was passed through by the Basotho, Bafadi, the Nguni, and the Mapai tribe, and then we arrived. The first stop we make in Sabie is by Cafe Etc. Cafe Etc. is a quaint coffee shop with a variety of homemade desserts and light lunches. They also have a bookshop, which is in the top 3 bookshops in South Africa, with a wide variety of books from top writers from all across the world. The third section of Cafe Etc. is shopping at Mpozeni. We showcase locally made goods and curios. Our next stop is just around the corner, is the Woodsman, which is a lovely restaurant, bar, and offers self-catering accommodation as well. The food at the Woodsman is tasty and heartwarming. The Woodsman also have a play area for your kids while you enjoy the game at the bar. The Woodsman self-catering rooms have a simplistic feel. Each room has a fully equipped kitchen, The Wild Fig Tree is just across the road from the Woodsman and Cafe Etc. The Wild Fig Tree has a wide variety of food which is South African, which most restaurants don't have on their menu. Right next to the Wild Fig Tree you will find Kestell Adventures, which is a must stop to make in the Lowveld. They also have an information center. Kestell Adventures hosts a lot of adventures activities around Sabie, from tubing, canyoning, abseiling to caving and everything in between. To show you firsthand what to expect, I went on a little adventure myself. It's my pleasure to introduce you to canyoning, something which you need to experience for yourself. We start our journey on top of the Mac Mac Waterfall parking lot and started making our way down to the Mac Mac River, which is about 45 minutes to an hour to get down to the river. I cannot in any words or form describe the beautiful green views that bombards your eyes constantly. Don't be afraid of getting wet because you will definitely get wet. Wish I could show you more, but you have to come experience it firsthand for yourself. Wayfarers Guest House is my accommodation recommendation for Sabie. On your arrival, you are greeted by their beautiful garden, which is teeming with bird life. Wayfarers Guest House is also Chris Colvert's photo exhibition, whose main focus is to capture wildlife photographs. Wayfarers Guest House has an earthy feel to it. The pictures of the animals have a calming effect on your body, which adds to the experience. At Wayfarers Guest House, they offer 5 rooms which are named after the Big Five. The rooms are simplistic and elegant. Breakfast is served in Chris's photo gallery, which also looks out into the garden. I was fortunate enough to be invited by Sabie Bowling Club for a fun day out, where they taught me and some new members how to play bowls like professionals. On a day out playing bowls, always remember to have bowling etiquette and respect everyone on the bowling green. For something new to try out, visit your local bowling club and discover something fun, competitive and social. St. Peter's Church in Sabie was constructed in 1913. The stones used to build the church was originally ordered to build a bridge over the Ulusaba River. In Shangaan it means the river of fear due to the amount of crocodiles inhabited the river. The Forest Industry Museum is one of its kind in Africa. Do make a stop to visit the museum if you are in Sabie, as the next one is in Australia. Our next stop is one of my favorite waterfalls in the Lowveld, Lone Creek Waterfall, located 9 kilometers out of Sabie. The walk to the waterfall is lush and green, roots making a swing and so much dessert for your eyes. Just take note, you are not allowed to complain about the roads towards the waterfall because there are nearly no roads due to the forestation trucks. The Eastern Transvaal escarpment is characterized by a number of spectacular waterfalls which makes an important contribution to the natural beauty of this region. This waterfall, situated in the tributary of the Sabie River, is 68 meters high and originated as a result of the differential weathering resistance of the local rock. When visiting any place, leave the place better than what you found it. Don't throw your rubbish on the ground. You are better than that. Your grandchildren will be proud of you, of what you've left for them to pick up after your lazy ass. On the way out, just before the main gate, you will find a little cave on your left. This is yet another cave destroyed by graffiti. Well done, humans, you've done it yet again! Our next stop is Mac Pools. Mac Pools lays about 10 kilometers outside of Sabie. This is a beautiful picnic spot. There are also a few hiking trails which you can start from the Mac Pools. Just down the road from the pools, you will find Mac Falls. The hiking trails from the pools also passes through to the falls. At Mac Falls, there is a short hike which takes you to a cage where you can view the Mac Falls. I highly recommend you book your cliffing experience through Kestell Adventures to have an uncaged experience. As we follow the panorama route, we will get to our next waterfall. This is Lisbon Falls. Lisbon Falls is one of the highest waterfalls in Mpumalanga, sitting at 94 meters high. Located around the corner from Lisbon Falls, we find Berlin Falls, which also forms part of the Blythe River Canyon. An interesting fact about the names of the falls, they were given their names by the miners during the gold rush, who named them after the towns and places in their home country. On the way back from the falls towards Graskop, we find God's Window. Our first stop on the way to the top is the Pinnacle. The Pinnacle stretches 30 meters high. You also get to view a different angle of the Raven and the escarpment. As you will discover for yourself as you visit God's Window, you will find that the weather at God's Window is completely different to anywhere else in the Lowveld, so always be prepared from anything from the brightest day to mist as you see in this video. There are a few viewpoints which you can get out and explore. The main viewpoints have access gates where you can purchase access passes. There are also a few viewpoints which you can access for free. Every time you visit God's Window, the atmosphere changes. Some days it is clear, some days like today, it was cold and misty. Do your part in keeping the environment clean and do not fall under the category of human baboons for which the person littering really are. God's Window is one of the most breathtaking scenic views you can find on the panorama route. You can just imagine the spaciousness. On a crystal clear day, you are able to see over 200 kilometers from the top of Wonder View, which is a viewpoint past the main God's Window viewpoint. As you can see, our impact can be seen all over the ground. May 7,000 seagulls shit on every single person's vehicle who consciously throws something out of their windows, and on every person who throws their mask on the ground. When traveling through Graskop, while exploring the small town, grab a cup of coffee by Sun Creek Coffee Co. for some moer lekker coffee. Just outside Graskop, you will find the Gorge lift, which will take you down into the bottom of the gorge. This is a very beautiful walk, which not everybody is able to experience. No trip to the Lowveld is complete without a visit to the Kruger National Park. Each visit to the park, you can expect to experience something different. Whenever you are able to see the full Big Five, you truly have to be grateful, as Bloody Poachers has no remorse about the future and legacy of these beautiful animals. Skukuza is the main camp inside the Kruger Park. They recently opened their 363 Kruger Station restaurant, and while you're there, also check out their new accommodation, Kruger Shalati Train. One of my favorite spots in the Kruger National Park is Lake Placid, which is a hide overlooking this beautiful setting. The only thing which can beat the Bushveld sunset is the Bushveld sunrise. Outside Hazyview on the R40 towards Bushbuck Ridge, you will find elephant whispers. Here they have taken in an elephant which would have been culled, but instead they took the liberty of taking them in, giving them a second chance, and using them to educate us humans more about these majestic creatures. They are very intelligent and deserves our respect. Do make a turn in here to learn more about these beautiful creatures. These elephants roam around freely and they are never put into chains. You can also take the liberty of adopting an elephant as well. You can find more about that in the description below. Driving out of Mbombela, better known as Nelspruit, towards Barberton, we travel down the beautiful hilltop pass, which is truly a sight to behold. Thank you for sticking it out with me and taking this journey with me. Thank you to all my sponsors. Without you, I will not be able to show you all these beautiful places our country has to offer. I will see you in the next episode. Please throw a like, comment, share, and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you. Have an amazing day.